Hey now, welcome to another edition of Nicky Two Times Wrestle Predictions. Nick Jr. And we're here for our predictions for the Money in the Bank this evening.
Yeah. One of my favorite pay-per-views.
One of your favorite? Why is it one of your favorite pay-per-views, Nick?
Because it's just like so crazy, especially with like people are going to high fly. They're going to drop some crazy spots.
Okay, cool. So we're going to get right into some of the lower card matches. We're going to skip out on the kickoff, but we're going to go right into a championship match for the U.S. title, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. How you see this one, Nick?
Samoa Joe. Because Rey Mysterio, like, he's been a good wrestler, but they're trying to get the new wrestlers to be pushed up. Not the old wrestlers just getting more and more.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm also going to go with Samoa Joe. I think even with all this sentimental stuff of Rey Mysterio's son, and whatnot,
Dominic.
I think Samoa Joe is just going to demolish Rey Mysterio again and retain the U.S. title.
But then I also think that Rey Mysterio is going to fight back. And then Samoa Joe's gonna have to be pushed to his limit, and after the match he's gonna beat him up, and then Dominic comes in, and Samoa Joe runs off.
Yeah, gotcha. I agree with that one, Nick. All right, next, a highly anticipated match. We're talking cage match, The Miz versus Shane O'Mac. How you see this one, Nick?
The Miz winning, but since it's like a high place, of course Shane's gonna do a big high flying move that he's gonna miss, and then Skull Crush finale 1, 2, 3, Miz wins.
I hear you. See, that happened to be one of the all-time best matches between the two of them at WrestleMania. Unfortunately, we both went with Miz that time, and we were both wrong, but I'm going to go with Miz as well. We need to see a big Miz win. I'll go with Miz. Anything else you might foresee in this match?
Yeah. Probably Elias and Lashley trying to interfere, and Roman Reigns is going to come out, beat them up, and then Miz is going to win. Miz is going to win.
All right. Speaking of Elias, the next match we have on our list here is Roman Reigns versus Elias. How you calling this one?
It's hard because Elias been like pushing and working his butt off, but it's Roman Reigns though. So
exactly, it's Roman Reigns. Come on,
dog.
There's nobody that can stop Roman Reigns. You know, this is, I know what the story is. You know, Vince McMahon is totally behind Elias, but you know, breaking kayfabe here, Roman Reigns is Vince McMahon's top guy. I think we're going to see that continue to push. It's going to be Roman Reigns. We agree?
Yep.
Bring it home, Roman Reigns. All right. So now on to the Money in the Bank matches. We'll start off with the female Money in the Bank match. This match, as of earlier today, is Nikki Cross, Naomi, Natalya, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella. Me and my son here, we must have missed something or aren't following as closely as some of you people out there.
So I thought Alexa Bliss was
Alexa Bliss was in it. I am hearing some rumors, Nick, however, that one of the reasons she may not be on the card is that she's jumping ship and moving over to All Elite. I don't know.
What?
We'll have to take further look at that on another day and maybe have a different rendition of Nikki 2 times at that point in time. What do you think?
Ember Moon. Moon, definitely.
But for the match tonight, you have Ember Moon.
Yes.
For me,
Ember Moon.
Before I go, something makes me want to say Carmella again, winning, but
reason she won was Ellsworth. Bliss.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, something always makes me choose Carmella.
The next night by herself.
I am going to go all the way out in left field, and I'm actually going to choose Nikki Cross.
Because she's all like, crazy.
It's the least one that you'd expect to happen, but I'm going to go with Nikki Cross for that reason. A surprise. She's going to be definitely one of the wrestlers coming up that are going to be fighting Becky Lynch on a continuous basis. I'd like to see Nikki Cross win this one. So I've got Nikki Cross, and Junior over here is going with Ember Moon.
Yeah.
All right, so on to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Who's in it?
I see Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Finn Balor, Ali, Andrade, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton.
So first, I want to say, Ricochet, he flies, the one and only.
Yeah, I think he's definitely, whether he wins or not, he's definitely going to be a major highlight in this match.
But what I think, he might fly, he's going to fly right off that ladder, and Drew McIntyre's taking that briefcase down.
Whoa! Drew McIntyre is your call for the win.
Like you said in our WrestleMania, he needs to get raised. Now that that match is over, I think he deserves it. I really do. But I'll get to the next thing later. Well, I was going to think.
All right, Nikki. I'm going to agree with this point. I am not going to go with Drew McIntyre. I totally agree. I still stand by my WrestleMania words that Drew McIntyre, for me, is one of the best heels I've seen in a long time. I think he deserves the push. I think he should be able to face Seth Rollins at some point or other top guys and become a champion in the near future. That's what I foresee. But again, I think they're going to push him down. I don't think he's going to get the win. I also, before I give you my prediction, I've been thinking about this for the last few hours, that I really think the winner is going to come from the SmackDown side, just because they're going to want to give Kofi Kingston, or obviously, tonight he's facing Kevin Owens, some competition. I think there needs to be another top guy going after the title on the SmackDown side. There's plenty of guys without having to win the Money in the Bank are going to get their opportunities, including Drew McIntyre over on the Raw side. So I'm going to go with, so that he could also have his opportunity to get back on top, and I'm going to go with Finn Balor on this match. What do you think about my pick?
I like that. Double champion I see in the future. Because I have, when I play with my wrestlers, I have, on my own show, NWE, and I have my own custom myself, Nick Wolf. And he was the first ever double champion. The top champion, NWE champion, and the NWE Intercontinental champion. So that's a great opportunity, but I still think Drew McIntyre needs the push.
I gotcha. So playing with your wrestlers. So there may be videos that you may see in the future out there Nick Jr. over here setting up with some wrestling matches. Hopefully you'll want to tune in if we can get Nick started on his own channel here, okay? For a later date, we'll bring that up to you, all. All right. Becky Lynch, the man. I told yous, and I told yous. WrestleMania, Becky Lynch.
Becky two belts.
Becky two belts. Love Becky Lynch.
Champ.
The man is in 2 matches this evening. She is facing Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown title. Daughter of the man. Woo! Ric Flair. Who, by the way, he has been hospitalized. If you're out there and don't know that, I'm really pulling for the Nate to get better and be around for a long time still to come. How you calling this match, Nick?
So, first of all, my opinion. Why is Charlotte getting another championship match? Why? Why is this happening? I really want Becky to win, but I really think that Charlotte's going to win because they're going to have her on SmackDown and then Becky on Raw, and it's going to be Becky 1 belt and Becky.
Yes,
and
I'm actually,
belt.
so we'll segue right into that as far as Becky Lynch going against Lacey Evans for the Raw title. I agree. She is going to beat Lacey Evans. She's going to remain your Raw Women's Champion. But unfortunately, she's only going 1 for 2 for the night. She is going to lose to Charlotte Flair, who happens to be, over the course of the last few years, the greatest women's pay-per-view winner of all time.
I want to say something.
Okay.
If she beats Becky, she will tie her father for the most reigns of champion in her time. Like, Ric Flair.
You're telling me she's been a 16-time champion, Nick?
No, she's a 15, but she wins.
She's going to be a 16. All right. So that's some good observation from the young one.
I heard it on YouTube.
All right. So we after we are finished with this video, we will look to confirm that total. And yes, that would be a phenomenal feat. So we are both in agreement. Becky Lynch is going to leave Raw Women's Champion, but lose to Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown title. Okay, on to your men's title. First, we will look at the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Kofi Kingston versus KO Kevin Owens. How you see this one?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, whoa, you didn't even have to think about that one. So you just go, Kevin Owens. And why do you see that?
Kevin Owens, he's good. I don't remember if he was the Intercontinental Champion, and he wasn't the Tag Team Champion yet. He was the United States Champion when he came into WWE first. Mm-hmm. And if he beats this, he's half of a Grand Slam.
All right, you really like to talk to me about these grand slams, and you think they're just going to throw them out there whenever they want. You should listen to this one on Sundays, getting ready for Mondays, and all these pay-per-views before we started doing these videos. He thinks they're just going to throw out your Grand Slam champions. Come on, this is not the time. I'm not saying Kevin Owens doesn't have an opportunity to eventually be back up on top. But once again, as I had called it at WrestleMania, Kofi Kingston is going to be the winner once again. So this is where we divide our long list here of being on the same page for the most part. Kofi Kingston. Hear it loudly. Kofi Kingston. I'm on the Kofi Kingston train. Kofi Kingston. All right, on
to the main event.
To the main event. Well anticipated. I think this match has got to be. It's going to be at least a 4.5, 5, maybe even 5.5 star match. I know it's not WrestleMania, SummerSlam, those big events, but it's still going to give you at least a 5-star match. AJ Styles versus your current Universal Champion, Seth Rollins. How you see it, my boy?
So back to what I said about the men's Money in the Bank. I heard that Drew McIntyre was going to win, but guess what? It's going to be such a good match that both men are going to be beaten up. Seth Rollins is going to win, and then Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles turns heel and beats up Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre comes out with the Money in the Bank and wins that Universal title on the same night. I think that would be the 5th person or 6th to cash in on the same night.
Wow. So you're calling Seth Rollins winning?
Yes.
Okay, so before we go further into what you just said, that's where I'm going as well. Seth Rollins will retain the title. He will beat AJ Styles 1, 2, 3 and be your champ. I agree with you as well that at this point in time, AJ Styles will turn heel.
Back to heel.
He will definitely turn back to heel. I don't have any predictions on how it'll all culminate during the match or after the match, but yes, he will retain heel. But going back to the last part of Drew McIntyre, see, you chose Drew McIntyre, and I chose Finn Balor, so I cannot see that being the case. I may even see Drew McIntyre come out and form an alliance with AJ Styles. That's a possibility. But nope. Drew McIntyre, I love Drew McIntyre. I would concede and be happy for you to be right in this situation and me be wrong because, again, I love Drew McIntyre. Best heel I've seen in a long time. But he's not winning the Money in the Bank, so your prediction is going to be false. I am also going to point out that I was the winner of our WrestleMania predictions. And
rest in peace, Ashley. Who?
Oh, you're right. All right, so let me get we're not as hype. Say what you were going to say about Ashley.
Rest in peace. It's sad that she died at a young age. 37, I believe. It's really sad.
She was battling serious depression from what I was reading, and took her own life. Telling you, I can't imagine what it's like to be a wrestler and what these men and women go through on a daily basis and put their bodies through. And I know they're all about entertaining us and enjoy, and that's their thing. They want to entertain us. We don't see what goes behind the curtain, what's going on in their personal lives. But I implore you, wonderful human beings that entertain us, and anybody else out there that is battling depression, seek help. Ask for help. I know it's hard, but ask for help. I tell my son this all the time. Anything's going wrong in his life, anything going wrong in school, if he's being bullied or whatnot, tell me. There are people out there that are here to help. All right, so our predictions are in. Matches are about to begin. I'm looking to be 2-0 in our predictions. Any final words, Nick?
Guess what? Earlier you were being a little cocky at Dave & Buster's. And guess what? You lost! You lost!
I lost at what?
That jackpot kind of thing, the stacking one. You're like, well, I'm about to get the 200.
Alright, okay, so I could be a little bit cocky. I get it. That's what we do as adults. We get a little cocky. That's how I win. And you're gonna lose.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So to end this, y'all have fun tonight. Enjoy Money in the Bank. And until next time.
Get your snacks and lay down and relax.
Till next time, this is Nick Sr.
and Nick Jr. and we are
out. See you next time. Nicky 2 times. We're off.
Woo!